Morning due to your lawn care family. This is Darian, Quick Cuts Premium Lawn Care, coming to you from Conyers, Georgia. We are pre-season preparation for this upcoming cut season. Stay tuned. Lawn Care family, you've seen the guys, and we are officially open and operating out of the Quick Cut Center right here. What you see right there is this plastic on the door. It's all complete. It's livable. It's everyone's there. We're here. We're making it happen. And that plastic you see on the door is simply to cover up that fresh painted door because we've been having some damp weather, some rain, things like that, to keep it so that that door can completely cure. But the house is ready and we're operating. You saw over there, my guys, they got the cones out. We're practicing on the Segway because we're about to start passing out the flyers. And we're making sure that everybody can ride that Segway safely. We got, I'm gonna also show you that we've been going over tool operations because we're gonna be ready 2020. We got the full vision.
When you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Yeah, what he said. As you can see behind me, this is the equipment we were practicing and operating on, the small motors, so that we can make sure that we know how to start, stop, and operate them and be safe and be able to be fully in control of what we're doing this season. And right now I'm about to bring into the view someone I want to introduce to you because you're going to be able to see him pretty much in a lot of videos. He's going to start doing some of the videos for us as he's out operating our trucks. He's one of our crew chiefs. Now, you know me. I'm Darian. And I want to let him introduce himself.
I'm Darian as well, Darian Jr. So, I'm excited. It's the 2020 year. Quick Cuts has a lot of improvements, a lot of things that we've gained on and grown in, a lot of mistakes that we've made. And from those mistakes, man, we've been developing and learning how to avoid those mistakes. So, I'm excited. I'm glad to be introduced so I can really be a part of helping people that are watching. And, hey, man, we in this, man. We in this.
This is a magnet. And I know you're like, what do you need a magnet for when you are doing lawn care? Well, some people get their lawn done and they just have us out after all the shingles are up and they got their roof done and a lot of nails are in the yard. But we got twills, so that's gonna keep us twills and no flats, so that'll protect us. But right while we're out here, we're practicing on the Segway, and as you saw, we did the renovation here at the Quick Cuts home, and we had the roof done, and there are a lot of roof nails, so we wanna make sure that there were no nails in the driveway as we have our people out here practicing how to use the Segway because we're using the Segway to start our promotion campaign. We realized that we did mailers, and last year the mailers were not as successful as us being out personally handing those out. So, like I said, we have this right here, this magnet to get up the nails. I'm going to go over what we did with the string. There was something we did that because all of our weed eaters have speed feeds, and we needed to know how much speed feed safely goes into the weed eater without it overloading and not properly functioning after it's too compacted. All right, we have the smaller blower out here to let the guys know, don't touch the smaller blower. Don't grab the smaller blower. Only the crew chief will grab the smaller blower, and that's last resort because that smaller blower can never do anything compared to the BR600. That smaller blower cannot move anything compared to our Red Max EBZ 7500. So we went through the proper starts of our weed eaters. We also went through our proper maintenance for when it comes to changing out the blades. we had a weed eater broken because they did not realize when you change out the stick edger blade, it is, you know the two mnemonic phrases we use. The mnemonic phrase we use in order to remember how to tighten the screw or loosen the screw is lefty loosey, righty tighty. But when it comes to the stick edger, it's righty loosey, lefty tighty, and that needs, well, I'm not in the frame yet. That needs to be memorized, because if not, if you try to lefty loosey this, you're going to damage the metal when you twist too hard because the pin in there is going to break through the aluminum, because it's aluminum. All right, so I'm about to start doing a tutorial on some of those things that I named, and stay tuned and check them out. I have one of my crew chiefs right here with me. This is Jerome, and we're going to demonstrate how much of the weed string goes in here into our weed eater without overloading it. Like I said, we did the measurements, and we're going to show you that this is the amount that's needed, because we're going to measure it for you so you can see with your own eyes. All right? You're going to take this right here for me. We're going to pull it. Keep going. Keep going. All right. All right. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. One more. All right. Keep going. All right. Stop right there. All right. That's 12 feet. 12 feet. And for me, it's 2 arm lengths, and mostly for anyone, it'll be 2 arm lengths. So it's a give or take. All right. So right here, it's 1, 2, then I cut it. So that's about 12 feet right here. Is the most that this speed feed will take without it being overloaded. Okay. All right. In order to load the speed feeder, you want to make sure your arrows are lined up here with your hose where you put the string in. And so for me, I always like to use the good old sun to let me know that I got a straight through here. Once I see that light, I know that's a little bit something, but you're gonna take my word on it. Once you see the light, I'm gonna feed it. All right. Now how I do it is now once I get it going through, I lay the speed feed down. I lay the speed feed down so that I don't get tangled up, because a lot of times I can show you it can wrap up on you if you just do it like this. Well, it's not wrapping up. It's a way that some people do it to wrap up. I'm so used to doing it now that I know how to keep it out of my way. But one thing I do, I can put it down here and I'll just let myself keep it balanced right there. And I don't know if this. I wanted to give you the bad example, but well, at least you can just start from how it worked for me right now, and try that if it is starting to ravel up around your arms. All right. So I get it to about right here, then I'll let the weed eater set it straight. All right. This is how we start a weed eater. That's going to be my next part of my tutorial. Part of a weed eater. First of all, you want to make sure you're channeled all the way down. Now this is for the FS94R Stihl. Now you got the other one that doesn't come with the throttle here, and so you wouldn't have to worry about that. But the reason why we like these is because the motor's smaller and it's less weight. You got the one that you wouldn't have to worry about flooding it here, but you're gonna have to deal with the weight of the motor. So I guess it's up to you. And it is, I think it's $25 cheaper. But for us, that $25 is well worth it, where we can save our men back with less weight. It's less cumbersome, and you can idle it up and down to where you can be able to you can govern your speed. So sometimes you can slow it down when you're in areas that could be more dangerous, and you don't want to be throwing rocks at high velocity. All right. So I make sure it's turned all the way down. All right, turned all the way down, and I make sure that it's on in this position right here, so that it's not idling as I started. I always put my cord. I make sure that it's on the ground flat. Some people try to start it up high, and when they start it, you see the direction that the string is going to go is like this, and so now they're giving themselves tension with the start, and also it can cause the string to stay out. your cord. You don't want that, so I always leave mine started on the ground, and I hold it here, and then I pull straight up so that my string is not having any friction against it. 2, 3, 4, 5. No start. All right. Now I will dial it up a little bit to see if that'll help me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still no start. All right. I turn it back down, and now I'll put my throttle on. All right. So now 1. All right. So now we had it started, so we know that there's gas in the line, and so to prevent from flooding it, I turn it all the way back up. I squeeze my trigger so I can take that setting off right here. Now I just turn it up. Now that I got it off, I'll turn it all the way back down, and I'll turn it up 3. Dial it up to 3, and now I'll try to start it. All right, here we go. All right, stop. Turn it back down a little bit. Start it back up. Turn it up a little bit more. I turn it back down. Not started for me. the next tutorial is why won't this start? Stay tuned. I'm gonna check several things on here to see why I'm not getting the oxygen for it to continue to run. The first thing is I'm gonna check the screen to make sure my air filter to make sure that it's not clogged up and not allowing oxygen to flow in. Now, this weed eater, I'm just going through it because I know that this weed eater we've been having problems with it starting or staying started, so I knew that the filter was clean. So what I'm doing is showing you what to do in case this was filthy. This could have been part of the problem. And so, I just used this piece right here to just kind of scrape it off if that was the case until I could get a new air filter. But this is not the problem. This is pretty much practically brand new. So I'm going to put this back on. All right. Turn it sideways, make sure my bolt lines up. And we're locked back in. All right. I'm gonna show you next how to check your screen to see if that's probably the filter, part of your issue. Going over here to the muffler to make sure that this screen is checked, and I'm taking this off right here. And it's best to use some needle nose pliers, but I don't have that right now, but I want to go walk through this with you. So I'm going to use these pliers right here. And I pull the screen out. And as you can see, the screen is clean. And I know it's clean because I just recently cleaned it. And in order to clean this, you're going to need one of those little torches. Like a soldering torch, something like that. And you'll just continue to burn it. Of course, you'll be holding it with like some pliers that has a grip so that it won't heat up on you on this end. It'll turn red and or orange, and that means you done burnt all of the fuel and all that stuff on there that caked up on it, and that screen is clean. So to keep it so that it can continue to breathe. Then you're gonna slide it right on back in there. Take my screw. All right, now the last two checks I'm unable to do, but I'm just gonna direct you to what it is that you need to do. I go in here and I would take a hanger, reach in there, grab the tube that holds my gas filter. I'll pull that out, change out my gas filter, and check to see if that's the issue, and that's what I'll have to do. And the other one is to check my idle it up or down, and I will go in here and use a Phillips or a screwdriver and turn it up to adjust it to see if that will be part of the issue of why it's not going to start, or why is it starting and then immediately or shortly afterwards cutting off on me. You know, and once I get it going, I have to have it revved up the whole time in order for it to keep running. And I'm going to show you that by this setting right here, to show you that it'll run revved up, but it'll cut off after I try to move at a slower pace. So watch this. Turn to see if it's gonna cut off when I try to put the string up. See, it cut off on me. Alright. But this is part of the issue we're having with this. It can go on a high rev speed, but it'll cut off if I try to take it down to a slower pace, which doesn't work for us. Hey, what's up, lawn care family? This is Darian. We're getting ready for cut season. We're getting our promotion going where we have our communities that we know that are $40 cuts. We got another stack over there that it varies, and we have a software that will measure the yard to let us know how much the cut is. And then we got some of these right here that we're going to specify that you got to get ready to get these weeds and get the cleanup so that we can be able to get these yards together as we put them on a proper rotation so they can have that nice maintained yard throughout the cut season. It's Darian Quick Cuts Premium Lawn Care signing out, cutting out. Y'all cut on, lawn care family. Y'all cut on.